January is National Blood Donor Month, a perfect time to start the year by saving a life. You're making a big difference. As you set your New Year's resolutions, consider adding blood donation to your plans for 2025. It's a simple act that plays a critical role in our healthcare system, helping patients in need every day. Joining us here is Eric Lindsay, Director of Media and Branding for the Kentucky Blood Center. Great to have you here. We had you scheduled for last week, then the snow happened, and we were off air doing weather coverage, obviously, but it really underscores kind of the need is greater because it disrupted a lot of your blood drives that you had planned for last week.
It did. Look, we know the weather has an impact on all businesses and organizations, but it really hit us hard last week. You know, as you mentioned, blood is an everyday need. We supply more than 70 hospitals in Kentucky, and they never shut down. So we always have to make sure there is available blood for them. And so, you know, a week like last week happens, we have the winter storm on the front end of the week and the back end of the week, and major disruptions at both of our operations. Our donor centers, you know, we tried to stay open as much as we can, but there were certainly shortened hours. Even when we were open, donor turnout was, you know, extremely low for understandable reasons, for safety concerns. You know, we couldn't tell people, you know, drive through 9 inches of snow. But then our mobile drives, where we come to you, where we go to businesses, organizations, most of those closed down. So a lot of collection opportunities we missed, and we estimated we lost more than 800 donations last week alone, which has a major impact on the blood supply.
Because you're already kind of coming into this low during the holidays, needs is great, there's great demand for it. We've just had a lot of, if there's accidents or just anything happening in the world, you need a blood supply.
Exactly. We're coming
ready to go.
Yeah, we're coming out of the holiday season when we're already we see a downturn in donations. So we weren't going into the week with a great supply, and now we're, you know, really kind of up a creek without a paddle. And so we need folks to come in this week to help us recoup our losses. And this is also a great, you know, it's another reminder to folks why we're so. We preach intentionality and being proactive. You know, if we could raise the donor frequency across the board, when we go into a week like last week, we're better able to get through those tough spells. Because look, this time of the year, we may not be able to predict exactly when the winter weather is going to hit, but it's going to hit, and there's going to be the inevitable disruption. So being proactive, being intentional, making sure we have a robust supply ahead of time helps us better get through those type of things.
We've got a little bit of clearing here this week, so I feel like it's a great opportunity to go on and get out. Where do you recommend people go?
So we have 2 donor centers here in the Louisville area. We have one in Hillview, and then we have our Middletown location just moved a few months ago, just down the road, still in Middletown. It's just by Copperfield and Lake Forest. Those donor centers are open this week from Tuesday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then on Saturday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. We always recommend appointments, but you know, a week like this week where we really need folks, look, if you're on your way home from work or have a longer lunch and just want to drop in and as a walk-in, we absolutely will welcome you.
I've noticed too, just with my church, that so many of these parishes set up these blood drives. If you have a group out there that's listening that's like, I want to do this, how do you go about hosting something like that?
Yeah, please reach out to us. Go to our website at kybloodcenter.org. There's a spot on there where you can reach out to us, fill out a form about your interests. We have recruiters that work with folks like you every day. We'll walk through the logistics, evaluate, you know, what your setup is, you know, what's your organization size. But we would love for people to reach out to us. You know, not everybody, you know, even though we want everybody to donate, not everybody can donate blood. There's certain things that hold you back, but everybody can be an advocate. So if you can't personally donate blood, but you have a place that could help with us, please reach out to us.
All right, I see you have a T-shirt there. Is that part of your giveaway?
Yeah,
it's a sweatshirt.
Yeah, it's National Blood Donor Month, and look, we always give away stuff. Drop it like it's hot. Yeah, we always like to give away stuff to our donors to show appreciation. But this time of the year, when it's
oh my gosh, that's nice.
Yeah, when it's as cold as it is, I think we're gonna have some single-digit temperatures this week.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is a great.
That is a great sweatshirt.
Yeah, this is a great thing to come by and get. It's just a small token of our appreciation for saving lives.
If people have never donated before and they're like, you know what, this is part of my New Year's resolution, I'm gonna try this in 2025, what would you say to them to kind of ease some nerves about doing it? And how much time should you set aside to donate?
Yeah, it's a really easy and efficient process. There's a lot of myths about, you know, it takes a long time or it's going to hurt. And look, there's a slight inconvenience. There's a slight needle prick. Sure. But from the time you walk in the doors to the time you leave, it only takes about 45 minutes to an hour for a whole blood donation. The actual blood donation part of it's only 8 to 12 minutes. And you mentioned New Year's resolutions. This time of the year, people are trying to give back and do something good. And there's all sorts of things you can do in your community. And we would emphasize, please do those things. But this is something, a lot of things take a financial component to give
Right.
back. This doesn't. This
Yeah.
is something that we're just asking for about an hour of your time, and I would argue is going to have as big of an impact as anything you can do, because one donation at Kentucky Blood Center can save up to 3 lives.
Do you need to know your blood type when you go in?
No, that's one of the benefits you get is
Yeah.
we'll tell your blood type. We're going to do some vitals. That's going to tell you some,
Ooh,
what
it's
your
like a little
cholesterol
checkup,
levels.
too.
Yeah, I mean, that's what,
Yeah.
people. It is a great way. Obviously,
I
we're
don't know
not
if I want to see that after the holidays still. Like,
Maybe not, maybe not.
I don't know if I would know about cholesterol just yet, but it's a good indicator, that you kind of get everything checked out. You know what your blood type is. That's an important thing to know.
It is. We wouldn't say do this instead of going to your, your
Right.
annual
Please
doctor's
don't
visit,
substitute.
but it will help with those things.
It's a good thing to know. Great to see you.
Good to see you too.
Time to get out there if you can and donate blood, or if you would like to host one of these blood drives, certainly get in touch with them. Just go to kybloodcenter.org.